Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share with you a powerful motivational story about a boy named Armand, who proved that no dream is too big if you have the courage to chase it. Then the story continues.
The power of never giving up. In a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a young boy named Armin. From childhood, he had one big dream. He wanted to become a pilot. Every evening, he would sit outside his house, look up at the sky, and watch airplanes flying above. His eyes would shine with hope, and he would whisper to himself, "One day, I will fly in the sky, not as a passenger, but as the one controlling the plane." But life was not easy for Armin. His family was very poor. His father worked as a farmer, earning just enough to feed the family, and his mother stitched clothes for the neighbors to help with expenses. Often, there was not enough food at home, and buying new clothes or books was a luxury they could not afford. Despite the hardships, Armin was a determined boy. He studied under the dim light of a kerosene lamp every night because his family could not afford electricity for long hours. Sometimes he had to walk 5 kilometers to borrow books from a friend because he could not afford to buy his own. Many of his classmates teased him for wearing old clothes and carrying a torn school bag, but Armin never let their words break his spirit. He believed that education was his only way out of poverty.
The first challenge. When Armin finished high school, he scored excellent marks. His teachers praised him and encouraged him to apply to aviation school. However, the tuition fees were extremely high. His father sadly told him, "Son, we cannot afford this. Maybe you should choose another path." That night, Armin cried silently, but he did not give up. He promised himself, "If money is the problem, I will find a way. My dream is bigger than my struggles." He started working small jobs, delivering newspapers in the morning, tutoring younger children in the evening, and helping in a small grocery shop at night. For 3 years, he worked tirelessly, saving every coin he could. People in the village called him crazy for chasing such a big dream, but Armin kept smiling and said, "Dreams are free, and hard work makes them possible." The journey begins. Finally, with his savings and a small loan from a kind teacher, Armin joined aviation school. It was the happiest day of his life. But the challenges did not end there. The course was very difficult, and most of his classmates came from rich families. They had access to the best books, computers, and training resources, while Armin struggled with secondhand materials. There were times when he felt like giving up. The pressure, the long hours of study, and the constant fear of failure almost broke him. But whenever he felt weak, he remembered the days he sat under the sky dreaming of flying. He reminded himself, winners are not people who never fail. Winners are people who never quit. Slowly, with determination and patience, Armin improved. His instructors noticed his dedication. He would practice longer than anyone else, study harder, and never hesitate to ask questions. The moment of truth. After years of struggle, the final test arrived. The day Armin would prove himself as a real pilot. He sat in the cockpit for his first solo flight. His heart was beating fast, but his hands were steady. As the plane lifted off the ground, Armin felt tears in his eyes. The boy who once looked at the sky from the ground was now flying above the clouds. When he landed successfully, his instructors applauded. Armin had passed with flying colors. That day, he realized the true meaning of perseverance. Armin became a successful pilot. He traveled to many countries, met people from different cultures, and lived a life he once dreamed of. But he never forgot his struggles. He often returned to his village to inspire the children, telling them, "It doesn't matter where you start in life. What matters is how strong your will is. Poverty, failures, and criticism
are just stepping stones. If you believe in yourself and never give up, you can achieve anything. Moral of the story? This story teaches us that success does not come overnight. It requires patience, sacrifice, and hard work. No matter how many obstacles stand in your way, if you have courage and determination, nothing can stop you. Life is like flying a plane. You need training, balance, and confidence. There may be turbulence, but if you hold on tightly to your dream, you will eventually reach your destination. So remember, never stop dreaming, never stop working hard, and most importantly, never give up. Because one day, just like Armin, you will rise above the clouds and touch the sky.
And that was Arman's journey from a poor village boy to a successful pilot. His life reminds us that no matter how difficult the road may be, if you never give up, you will achieve your dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment if this story inspired you. See you in the next video.